Gamers, it took me like 30 seconds to unmute my microphone. But now it's time for Jack 4. Let's put on some slow music. Or some low music. It's not actually very slow. It's actually quite bombastic music, but it's very quiet. That was Paria Dahlia by Shub Saran. I'll just put the artist's name in there because honestly, I'm sure if you look up anything that they've done, yeah, I'm sure if you look up anything from Shub Saran, it'd be very good. I only have one album though, and it's 4 songs, and I've already played it like twice before. But anyway, we're playing video games. I've realized now officially marks the halfway point of the new extended development. Hang on, I'm gonna hide the preview. So this game jam, the open world jam that this is part of, is officially ending in 1 month, May 30th. Well, a little over a month. And it started March 19th. I think that music's a bit loud. I'll just mute it. I'll just lower it on my end. You have to deal with it. I'll just get close to the microphone. So gamers, I still haven't written like any of the story. Like I got to like, so the story is, you play as Jackie, you know, legally distinct, not Jack from Jak and Daxter, and you are operating, and you're trying to get this machine back operational. So I've gotten as far as 3 random challenges that you do to get these 3 capacitors to power this thing to actually get the machine up and running. I should add a bit more machinery here so it's a bit more organic, but whatever. And then you get in here, and then it's like and then the medium talks to you, and it's in like a funny little language. And then your mother is here as a hologram, an AI. So I've explained it a couple times, but basically this machine is called the medium, and what it does, in order to contact the dead, quote unquote, it scans the user's memories of the person in question, and it creates an AI based on those memories. So this is the AI representation of Jackie's mother. So I've gotten like a few random threads here. Actually, in terms of the game, I haven't actually implemented any of the information, because basically Jackie doesn't know her mother well enough to have a conversation, because her mother disappeared when she was like a toddler or something. And so you've come here, which is like, there's multiple mediums. This is, hang on, that music's too awesome. I need to lower it a lot. It's too epic. Yeah, that was drowning me out, I'm sure. Also, I've been meaning to get closer to the mic anyway, even though it's, well, I said it last time, even though it's not as comfortable of a sitting position, because it's just, I need to. Also, I should fix this. I have to make that wall bigger. But anyway, yeah, so you have to learn, because there's more than one medium. You've come to this one specifically because your mother, or Jackie's mother, lived around here. So then you have to explore and like find information about her, and that feeds into the conversations and like develops the AI, essentially. And there's a lot of things that I'm still missing. One is literally anything. Like, I don't have anything. I don't have a motivation for why Jackie's talking to her mother. I don't know who Jackie's mother is. I don't know where you find the information, because like, this wasn't her hometown. Her hometown was up by the there's a big tree over there, and that's where she grew up. That's where Jackie's mom grew up. So that's where you have to go to get some information. And then I don't know why, like, I don't know how you come across that information, because I don't want it to be like audio logs. I want it to be like dialogue, essentially. Like, you talk to people who knew Jackie's mother, and then they tell you a bit about her, and then from their memories, it filters into your memories, which then filters into the AI, which then filters into into something. But I don't have any of that. And that's kind of a problem since we're at the halfway point of the video game, and the big draw, I think, which is the story, isn't in there. Like, it doesn't exist. Like, I think the game is it's functional. Like, I think someone could run around and kill a few hours here, but I don't know if they'd be like, oh, this is cool. They'd be more like, oh, neat, someone made like a little Jack and Daxter wannabe, or with like a little climbing mechanic that doesn't quite work right. Well, I mean, it works fine for what it is, but it's not as fun as like Breath of the Wild's climbing, because I have to be more constrained with it. But anyway, so that's what we're going to be doing, because I'm going to set the deadline. Going to set it right now. Oh yeah, I said. Okay. I love how I didn't get to any of this on Sunday. Okay. May 10. Main story deadline. And I don't know what's going to happen if I failed the deadline. Like, I've been thinking that I might just cut the story entirely if it's not done by then. But that would be maybe a bit too hard. I mean, I guess I could just do that anyway. Like, and then just completely replace it with like just a nothing story. Like, oh, I'm just here to mess around and have some fun and collect coats and things. Like, I could just change it to be that she is actually on a safari. But that could be a lot of work. I don't know if that's a good idea either. But you know what? That's what I'm going to do, though. If not complete, it's cut. A story about ding coats. And maybe it's something like, maybe she like falls in love with the natural, like, with the like, I don't know, people and culture of there, because I can still have like plenty of lore stuff. I think that'd be, like, I'm pretty good at just generating lies, essentially, like random lies. Like, I could tell you the history of, I don't know, whoever lived at the top of this cliff and stuff like that. Or all the sort of conflicting accounts of all the ancient civilizations that used to live here and stuff like that. Like, I can just make that stuff up. But stuff that requires, like, a specific person, that's the real question. Because I don't have empathy. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. We have the story deadline. If it's not complete, it's gone, no matter how much I've done with it. I don't know what being done means, though, so let's just make, like, an outline. Because, okay, like, there's, like, one... Hang on, how many viewers do I have? I've been worried about spoiling, but... Okay, so I have one live viewer right now, and I've peaked at about 15 viewers on YouTube, so I think I'm fine if I spoil a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean everything. So... Currently, I have very few threads in the actual, like, mom dialogue. So there's things like, Jackie's mother, even the AI version, is uncertain that the medium is going to be useful. So she thinks that because the medium is just replaying memories, that it can't possibly give Jackie anything more than she could just, you know, like, imagine, essentially. Jackie, though, is, like, uncomfortably certain with it. Like, it's very clear that to some extent Jackie is, like, lying to herself about the effectiveness of this thing. And then I had a dialogue where if you start talking to her mother again, or the second time you talk to her, she thinks that you came back immediately. And I actually had to add a little thing here to make sure that if you'd been gone for like a long time, Jackie points out that she wasn't. Like, when Jackie leaves this room, I'm going to get some visual aids here because I think that it's not really conducive to, because I don't want to be doing just a game development podcast over here. I need to show you the... See? When Jackie leaves the medium, her mother, or the AI, stops existing, essentially. It's like put in stasis. Like if you instantly were knocked out every time someone left the room, and then they come back in and you're like, oh, well, I thought you left. Like you were gone for like 2 seconds. So that's something I kind of want to continue. Like, she becomes less and less, or the fact that she is Jackie's mother becomes less and less important as the AI just becomes concerned for its own safety. Because if Jackie gets what she wants and leaves... This is good. If Jackie leaves, the AI is gone forever. Because you know, it's uncertain even if Jackie gets new information about her mother, can you even say that the AI is the same person anymore? You know, because she could learn radically different things about her mother that, like, pull the personality in different directions. Okay, but most important question, how does this tie in with the coat trading? I don't think it does. I think they might just be two separate threads. Oh yeah, and I have to change my schedule, or I don't know. I don't like Twitch's scheduling thing because I can't just like, oh yeah, delete this one occurrence of it in the schedule. Also, it's just really bad UI. I'll show it again. I think I've shown it one other time before. It's so bad. Like, this is great streaming content. So this is what the schedule looks like. This is what it looks like when I edit it. So it's like, oh, I gotta change this. Okay, now this noise. So it's like, also, I'm just gonna change all of these back to 5:30 because I have not been streaming at 6. Okay, but yeah, that's bad UI. I have completely lost the plot on what I was talking about. Oh, right. I have family obligations, or a family gathering that I'm going to. So I'm going to be gone for Friday through Monday. And then I'll resume streaming on Tuesday. Yeah. I'm coming back early. Oh, nice. I can follow. I can automate begging people to follow me. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I should do that. I should have like a crypto bot that asks people to buy Bitcoin from me. I mean, I am a tech bro. Hang on, I'm getting completely distracted. Yeah, because we need to just what are important things? So Jackie has like I guess not uncomfortable certainty, Let's say total faith in the medium's ability. And, she doesn't really care about this area either. Like, this is, to her, it's just the old crappy desert where her mom grew up. Like, that's what it is to her. And she just has to come to this dump because she wants to... I still don't even know what her mother... Like, why is she here? I still don't know her motive. I think, like, I've been leaning towards she just wants to talk to her mother, or she wants to figure out what happened to her mother and doesn't know where she died, but I don't know. It's like, I have to figure out what happened to my mother. It's like, that seems cliche. No, she says me mum. And I spelled cliched wrong. This is awesome. Let's see. I didn't even mention the side project I was working on. I was gonna start with the other projects I was working on, but I'll throw it in somewhere when I get bored of this. 'Cause this is gonna be... I should put like a fun drawing. I should put something cool in the side. Like, I need a little, like... Hang on. How do I operate, machines? I need a funny little GIF. And that'll be the game content. The gaming content for us. I know. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be... Don't go away yet. Don't turn it off yet. See, now it's great. Now it's high quality. This is content now. Can I put this on the top always? I can't. But yeah. So we'll have Tucker Carlson here. Our funny little gent soundtrack in the background. What are we doing? So... there's lots of uncertainty here. Where does Jackie get information about her mother? From who? And why? Who knew Jackie? Let's see. Where did she grow up? Who did she know? What did they think of her? And like, what did they think she thought of them? Because Jackie's gonna be asking a lot of sort of indirect questions. Also, how does this tie into coat trading? And like running around. And yeah, shooting little monsters. Like, how does this all tie together? This is exhilarating stuff, but also I've not been doing any game development work off stream, so this is the only place where I'm gonna do it. Because what I've been working on off stream is just like a Sonic the Hedgehog fan game with Amy Rose. And that has been going well. I thought this design was really cute, even though all I did was basically just give Amy Rose boobs and like bigger hips. So, you know, my typical stuff. And this model is like obscene in 3D. I can't show it on Twitch, even though it's not complete. Well, especially because it's not complete. And like, and also the gameplay is completely different, and the story is like this weird like Evangelion thing, where it's like she's floating in a void at first, and then it's like in the Death Egg, but it's like this weird version of the Death Egg, and it has like a very, well, I mean 100% Neon Genesis Evangelion presentation. I don't think I'm gonna make it actually an Amy Rose fan game. I might finish this Amy Rose model because it looks good, but I think I'm just gonna make an original game because it's completely different gameplay, completely different story, completely different character design. It doesn't make sense to make it a Sonic the Hedgehog fan game. But yeah, that's how that's going. That's a blast. So yeah, that's what I've been spending all of my limited time outside of this on. But okay, let's get back into this shit. I wonder if I have any classical music. We need classical music to stimulate our brains. The problem is, a lot of like they just take like the cheesiest, most memorable bits from these compositions. Maybe I should just whatever. This sucks for this. That's listening music, not talking music. Tucker is so disappointed in me. Sorry, buddy. So the AI wants to become, well, the AI is sentient, like it is a human level intelligence, and so it becomes more and more like of its own situation. Like it stops being like, it doesn't even really consider itself to be Jackie's mom most of the time. Because I think there's something, I think it's already here in the, like the very first time you actually have information about your mother enough to form like coherent words, she's already talking about the, yeah, she's like, I'm sorry to say, I don't know where I died. Like, she's not even sure if she can really say that it's, like, herself, because she doesn't know. Like, she doesn't feel like she's connected to any specific person, because, Maybe at first? Now that I think about it, the fact that the AI doesn't feel like Jackie's mom could in large part be explained away by the fact that when Jackie first talks to it, she's probably going to have basically nothing, and the AI was already sort of like booted up. Like, I guess the logic here is that, like, the medium, that machine, it actually starts up an AI, and then it keeps it around for as long as the person who wants to talk to it, so, like, it has memories of things that they discussed. And so when Jackie boots it up the first time, it doesn't, like, it has basically nothing to work with. Like, here it says a jawline, the outline of a dress. I think it'd be more like, I don't know if it'd be the jawline. It'd probably be like her nose. Because I think her nose is like what separates the two. Because otherwise they're like practically copies of each other. And I guess the skin tone and eyebrows. Arched? I think it's arched. And I don't think it would laugh. I mean, that was sort of a cheesy line anyway. I should also be changing all of these to mum. You know what? Mum. And that's gonna be really good for, hang on, can I should rename this even. Nah. You know what? Yes. I've been flip-flopping. It's finally time. You know, I'll even... No, she's named Mum there. Oh, I put Mummant. Sometimes it's a little too powerful. But okay, yeah, so when Jackie comes in, at first it's just like a ghost. Jackie didn't see her mom since she was like a toddler. She had no actual conscious memories of her, which is part of why she gets so shocked that it can bring up really anything at all. Like, it brings up just the like scant few details that she like instinctively remembers. And they're enough that they like immediately grip her with familiarity. It's sort of like if you smell something familiar. Like, it's hard to just like recall a smell a lot of times, but then if you smell it, it's like it all comes rushing back. That's what's happening here, just with visuals. I don't think it has the power to make things smell. There's no like smidgen here. And then I've been thinking that it could be cool to like break down the AI, or to break it, this mum/info, into like specific things. Like, I've done a little bit here with this mum/tick, which is literally you can learn that your mom had a verbal tick where she'd say huh a lot. And so I think having more of that stuff in there would be good. And I also want it to be a bit more far-reaching, like, depending on who you talk to, various aspects of her personality can be different based on how you understand her. Let's see if I can put this all down. I wonder... So with things like... with things like the verbal tick, it's pretty simple, because I literally just need to add it in random places. It doesn't, like, subtract things or significantly change the course of the dialogue. Additive and, altering, I guess. So there's like two different forms of information. If it's additive, it just adds bits of... It just adds extra lines and like, I should probably be a bit more specific with this. Like, what is altering specifically? That's a dumb division. So her personality does depend on who you talk to. Who does she know? I need some like visual aids here. Thank you, Tucker. So, people who knew, I guess no. So there's the plateau shopkeeper. Let's see, I believe that's chunk 60 something. I don't really need to get, I just want to get in here and see these places again. No, it's not. I'm an idiot. Yeah, it's not even chunk 88 either. Alright, this is stupid. I can literally just grab the world, figure out like, okay, this one, 62. Okay, let's go to 62. Is this him? Yeah, this is him. So yeah, there's this plateau shopkeeper way out here. Because your mother, I guess she lived by the quarry. I guess that would be where she lived. So yeah, she lived like, there's probably going to be some village here in chunk 85. I'll add that soon. No, maybe... No, it needs to be further up, so that way there's like cool platforming stuff to get there. Chunk 97 is where she's going to live. Nice. Well, maybe somewhere else. Or near here, you know? Like in the area, like not... This is still such a cool effect. Like just the fact that it's... Okay, I'm getting distracted. So, whatever. Excuse me. So, where did she live? She lived near chunk 97. Who did she know? She knew the plateau shopkeeper. I don't know why the shopkeeper came out to here. I guess maybe this area got too dangerous. So they moved here to this little, like, scrap heap. Yeah, that's what happened. Also, I need to add bathhouses here. Let's do that while I think. So, the reason this village exists is because the village in chunk 97, which is going to be much larger and much more refined, and it's going to use like this old stuff, like this old ancient crap. It's gonna be built on that, which is much more stable, much more level, much nicer to look at. Just watch your feet that you don't step in the gaps. Excuse me. But then they got chased out by the increase in the specters, the spooky monsters that run around everywhere. Maybe, ooh, this could be a useful place. Like they put them in here for like, so it's like a communal bathing area, but whatever. Yeah, extra privacy. But yeah, to stop getting so distracted, that's also why your mother left. The village where she grew up was getting too dangerous, so she didn't want to live there anymore, so she left to, I guess, England. Like, I keep calling it just England. I should probably just, like, make a fictional country where Jackie grew up. Though it is kind of weird to just say it's England. You know, like this whole place is fictional, but they just grew up in the actual UK. Yeah, I don't know how, well, I guess that's how the plateau keeper knew her. I don't know what else that would imply, though, because that doesn't really seem, that seems just like a bit of trivia, like not even really story relevant. How does that feed into the broader narrative? Yeah, let's ask that question. How does the invasion of the Quarry Village, which is the Chunk 97 one, affect or fit into how does it fit into the broader themes? It's a good question. I hope someone answers it for me instead of me having to do it. No, I think I can figure it out. I think this would be best on the rock behind this house. This place also needs sofas, but I'm getting ahead of myself. So yeah, the chunk, or that village. I think for this one, they'll just have it point to the front. It's more convenient this way. And plus, with the bars, it's relatively private. Maybe they'll put some, like, maybe they'll put a wall here. Keep this guy from looking. I still have to do literally anything with these. I started making furniture because I was going to add stuff to these, and I didn't. I will, however, preemptively put a wardrobe here. Entities. Where is the wardrobe? There we go. Enchanting. Maybe he has his own tea set as well. But maybe not. I'm getting sort of lost in the sauce because I'm already sort of kind of lost on the I've lost my ability to think about what exactly happened. How does the invasion fit into the broader themes? I guess I know how it would influence Jackie's perception of her mother, maybe. Because it could either have made Jackie perceive her as, like, some sort of strong warrior, or, like, a tragic figure who, like, I don't know, is sad or mournful for the loss of her village, even though, well, even though Jackie has no reason to actually know that directly, like, it's not like someone says, oh yeah, she's mournful and mopey about the village all the time. Instead, it's just like, that's how Jackie would feel about it. So she projects those emotions onto the AI. Very hard to reason about this. It makes it just much harder to actually create a coherent story with one of the characters being the other's perception of them. Why did I make this house slanted? I'm an idiot. Oh well. We have solutions for these problems. That somehow made it worse. How did that make it worse? Oh. There we go. But anyway, I'm getting way distracted. So Jackie's perception is significantly based on how her mother, or how she thinks her mother would have felt. And then maybe she can just ask the plateau shopkeeper about it. So maybe if you don't ask how her mother felt about it, but if you do ask, it's actually like her mother was sort of stoic is the word that I was looking for. So you can ask people how her mother, so Jackie has the ability to ask people how her mother felt about that invasion, and they'll be like, oh, she didn't let it get to her. It was actually like a big thing. Like she became like, I don't know, part of the leadership, in part because she was like willing to just push through. How old is Jackie's mom? She couldn't be that old when she left to England. Nah, maybe she was like Jackie's age when she married. So that would give plenty of time to at least have some sort of minor role as a leader. And that could be, so that would also significantly improve. Yeah, that would alter how Jackie sees her mother. Because I think Jackie's a crybaby a little bit. She's very, well, she's very upper class and not, basically completely unused to the concept of hardship. Though I guess she does know how to use a gun and can kick monsters to death, so she is decently tough, or maybe just she took like karate classes or something. This is terrible placement for these bathrooms or bathhouses, because they have to walk all the way down here to, and they're still like, and these guys still have to use them. actually. I guess these guys can share. But yeah, so I guess that's... So that'd be like one of the miniature influences on Jackie's mother. Like, you have to actually ask people to get a better idea of who she was, rather than just letting your own assumptions sort of influence her. Or I should start making it clear Jackie's assumptions, because you as the player, you aren't assuming anything. Your opinion does not influence the video game. I don't have that technology. If that wasn't obvious. How does this connect? Yeah, that's good enough. Let's go for a walk in game. While I sort of just ramble and ramble and ramble about all the lore. This is just I just like that. I'm just happy with how that turned out. See, I think Jackie starts out very apathetic to these people and, like, this place. You know, because, like, the people aren't literally these, like, little jet black cartoon things. This is just how she thinks of them, because she's not really thinking of them at all. It's, like, symbolic. At least that's my justification. The real reason is, like, if I had more time, I would just make them people. But I don't have more time. But yeah, she's just here mostly because she wants to see her mom. She wants to learn about her mom. And she also wants to climb around and collect codes and things. Because that's also, like, this was more just, like... Maybe this was more just, like, a fun trip for her. You know, she's just like, oh, that'd be neat. You know, I heard there's a medium out there, and it's like, oh, that's cool. So, I think I could change Jackie's tone at the start, because right now she's, like, very shy about it and very, serious about it. And I think it's more that it's just an interesting thing for her to do. Like, she's kind of... Yeah, she doesn't really see the gravity of the situation of talking to her dead mother. And it's more just a, I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like her, like, going through all this effort just as, like, a curiosity. Maybe she pretends it's just a curiosity. And then eventually she has to just accept that it was really, like, no, she's actually really upset that her mom disappeared. Because, yeah, her mom... Well, her mom didn't, like... Her mom literally just, like, left. And then died somewhere. Or supposedly died somewhere. You know, the classic went out to get cigarettes 15 years ago. Well, no, it's more like 20 years ago. Or, like, how old is Jackie? I guess 22 is what I'm thinking. Pretty young to be, like, running around, but I guess that's like the 19th century for you. Yeah, and I think as she... One of the major things that I've been adding in the game is learning the language and, like, the habits of the people in the game, because I feel like that's a big part, or, like, an important part of traveling somewhere. It's like learning the actual authentic nature of things. And I think as Jackie travels and as she meets more people, she becomes more more empathetic and more understanding of who they are, and more invested in genuinely learning about things, not just for the sake of like understanding her mother, but also for just its own sake, just because she likes the people that she meets. And then I guess there's no like big villain. I mean, I guess the creatures, if there's some origin to them, I guess that could be okay. If she like figures out where they came from and like tries to blow them up or something. That could be like that could be like an A plot, or like like an action plot. If I feel like doing that. That could be a little bit too, I guess, cliched of a structure. This is a fun video game. I like playing it. But yeah, it's kind of rambling. I don't know how constructive any of that was. I do like the specifics of the invasion though. Like I think that could be an okay pattern for like a few different things. Like a few separate instances where you have to ask people to clarify like how your mother would have felt about that, or like what your mother's experiences were. Otherwise, Jackie will just project her own feelings onto it. I don't want to do that for everything because I'd be like kind of, I don't want a one-note song here. But yeah, I think I could do that a couple more times. So I wonder what else her mother did though. Because let's say I mean, how old could she even be? I guess a lot of things would have had to happen in like in the span of a couple years before her mother left to England. And then maybe they figure out that she came back at some point. I actually don't know what happened to her mom either. That's another thing that I should either figure out or definitely not figure out. Like keep it a mystery. I should also probably clarify to players that there's a capacitor up on that tower, because that'll be important. But if Jackie knew her mother was resilient during the like stoic about the whole invasion of the I don't know, the quarry, and she was willing, or I guess she put herself out there into like directing people to get out of there, or helping significantly to find a new place to be and like defending it and fortifying it. Once Jackie learns about that, I feel like that would then influence how she like projects her feelings onto her in the future. Like it's not like these are independent, like these aren't independent things that she's learning about. Each one feeds into the picture, and so the sequence that you learn different things about her realistically would influence it, but I don't know if I'm actually going to do that. That could be too much work for me. Let's see, I wonder... I think the invasion would be sort of the inciting incident of Jackie's mother as, like, I don't know, an important person. You know, before that, maybe that was, like... Maybe she was only, like, a teenager when that happened, you know? So it's, like... She was even younger than Jackie when that happened, and she had to display act with resiliency and stoicism that Jackie can't muster. What if Jackie's mom had kids before Jackie? That Jackie'd never learned about. I don't know, that could add too many confounding variables. Because then I'd probably want to actually make another human character, and I'd probably just make it a guy. I already have the only two human characters are both women, so it makes sense to have at least one guy. And so I couldn't, reuse the model like I did. And that'd be another, full day, or full 3 days or so, or whatever. Yeah, probably not going with that. That sounded cool on paper. I think it'd also be a bit too soap opera-y. This is a hard place to get around in. How the fuck did I design this? What idiot made this level? Oh, it's actually way easier than I thought. Okay. Well, that was... I was thinking that maybe that NPC just in that random hut way back there knows something about your mother, had some sort of, I don't know, interaction with her briefly. I don't know what that'd be, though. I don't want it to be too consequential, because I want the player to have to get up to there to advance the main story significantly. What am I doing? I still don't know what's up at the top of the mountain either. I guess maybe that's... If I go with sort of the A-B plot structure of the A plot is some inconsequential video game stuff that you have to do, and the B plot is the important stuff. But that isn't easily grafted into video game mechanics. Ooh, that's cool. Then that would be the source of all the robots. You know, up at the top of that. And you'd have to get all the capacitors from all the reaches of the land to get it. Also, I should make it so that that unlocking the medium unlocks some other like object that you need. Like maybe that's where the gun is. That'd be pretty cool, actually. Like the okay, I'm gonna add that to the list of things to do. So, you find the gun pistol in the medium, and that unlocks puzzles with the switches that I made at some point in the distant past. How do I get up here? This is insane. This is really hard. Maybe I can... Is this sloped up? Oh, it is. A little bit? No, that's not right. How do I get up there? I know I got up here before. I think this game is just not very well designed. I think there were a lot of things where I just had to be the developer of it to figure out how it worked. Okay, but back to important things. Yeah, so there'll be some sort of... Okay, that's how you do it. So there'll be some sort of progression that's gated by making sure that you open up the medium and activate it. And then after that, every capacitor you get, I think, would unlock machines that help you get up there, like to the top of that tower or mountain. Because it used to be that you could just climb up there with your max moves, with like move speed up, climb speed up, and stuff like that. But now that those are gone, I need some actual like progression to get up there. You know what, I think important change. Let's see, which chunk are we in? I think it's right before this one. So like chunk 100 or chunk 101? It might just be 124. No, we're in eyesight. Hang on. Yeah, we're just across the bridge, or we're just across the way from chunk 88. Yeah, so chunk 101. Areas, chunks. I know exactly what I need to do. Hey, and I got it right, even though it was wrong. I need to put a bug so that when you roll and jump, yeah, this bug is not in the right place. This bug needs to be, well, I know. There needs to be a bug here, because that's how you get up there. Okay. Game solved. High quality video game. Now, you know what? I think it was satisfying to figure that out myself, so I think I'll not have that. How do I get up here? Oh, I know this. Oh, that was easy. Easy peasy. I'm losing the fight mentally, I think. I'm not, I've not made much progress on writing this while playing. But okay. What is the tower? What is that? So I guess it's something to do... I don't have the faintest fucking clue how any of that relates to anything. I think the tower just looks cool. No, I think the tower is the ancient civilization. It's the one of the last remaining buildings of theirs, or at least the one that's most intact. And then the mountain, I think the mountain's just a cool looking thing that was there. It was just actual land. You know what? I think Jackie also thought that her mom was grateful to leave this place and come to England, but in reality, her mom probably was a lot more mixed on it. It was probably for a lot more cynical, like commercial reasons than Jackie thinks, or yeah, England sucks, but it's where all the good jobs are, you know. Maybe even the opposite. I don't know. Maybe she figured her mom came to England just for work, and then it turns out that her mom was like actually like an English buff or something. Who knows? Though. I wonder, I had a throwaway line in some of the dialogue with the plateau shopkeeper that he went to a university. I don't know how that would fit in with the whole like invasion thing. Maybe he was gone during the invasion. He was off at the university. Like, he's the first person you meet who actually knows your mom. But also, he didn't actually see her at like an important moment of her life. Like, he went off to whatever I called it, like Crimson Shale or something. Like Crimson Shale University or DeVry University or whatever it is. University of Nebraska. And then Jackie's mom, you know, somehow helped the village in the invasion, but he doesn't really know the details of it. Like, cause he was like she was some sort of intimidating. How do I get up there? I don't think I do. Okay, so I think that works for me. Wait, nice posing there in the pause menu. And then he does the classic open world thing where he sends you on a goose chase to talk to somebody else. And he's going to be on Crab Hill. Everyone's favorite landmark in the game that doesn't even look like a crab when you're on the ground. I mean, it won't even look like a crab in the map, because the map is going to be from the south. So like, this is so dumb. I'll show it anyway. Yeah, now I'm getting distracted. But yeah, this is Crab Hill, because it looks like a crab. See, there's a little body, there's little claws. But the map is going to be pointing this way, or it's going to be more like this. And it's going to be orthogonalized. So it'll be like this. It's literally always the wrong settings. It's literally always the wrong settings. It drives me insane. How is it? It's different for every single thing, and it's always wrong. But yeah, this is what it looks like. Or what the map will look like. So it's like, well, without so much epic fog. It'll be like that. And so Crab Hill doesn't even look like a crab from here. This will be pretty good, actually, for like... Yeah, I'll probably just do like just a render with a custom like shader that does like the lines for the levels. It looks really good. I'm getting very distracted, but yeah. I just like how this looks. Anyway. I need to... Whatever. I'm gonna get distracted. I know I might as well not even mention it when I'm on a tangent. But yeah. The plateau shopkeeper doesn't know about Jackie's, or what happened to Jackie's mother during that time. But he does know that she became sort of a leader, you know, a young leader in the new village. And that she was very stoic and, like, intimidating, and he didn't talk to her after that. And then he refers to you to an elder who was there. Because I guess... Well, it wasn't that long ago. It would have only been like... I guess like 25, 30 years before Jackie comes here. Like before the present day. How do I get that? I always say that. I know how I get that. I don't. I designed the game, so if I can't get it, I can't get it. If I implement the wave shot, I'll keep that, just in case. Just in case it becomes good for gameplay. But anyway. Then where does he send you? He sends you to Crab Hill. So let's... we can figure out where Crab Hill is. Or, I guess just keep walking. And then I'll talk. So maybe... I guess it could be another salesman. Or another... Maybe it's the water tender there. You know, those jerks who block off the save points until you pay them. Speaking of saving, I should have saved. Those guys nearly killed me. Yeah, so I guess somebody in that village was more familiar with Jackie. Like, it was an old village elder who, I don't know, got paid, you know, got a better job in the other village, or left to start his own village or something when there's like a political disagreement or whatever in within the village on the plateau. And so yeah, he was like, I don't know, the number one when Jackie's mom was like the number two in command of the village, essentially. And he can talk about her mom's exploits as a young leader. Heck, maybe she was like a child bride or something. I don't know if these people do child marriages. Nah, they don't. Yeah, so that idea is discarded. She was just a, I guess she would have been like a teenager then. I guess, well, I'm trying to think what their stance would be on, like, a child being, or, yeah, I guess a child, or 15 or something. Would they even consider that a child? I mean, these people don't seem like they grow that much past, like, 7. Yeah, so maybe they just, I guess I'll just be kind of loose with the timeline. Jackie's mom was younger than Jackie is at this point, and Jackie is of an unspecified age. And so, yeah, he tells you about Jackie's mom. But I think he has a very distorted perception of her because maybe the reason he left was because they specifically had a falling out with each other. Like they had different ideas for what the direction of the village should be. Maybe, you know what? Maybe the guy that you go to talk to in Crab Mountain wanted the entire village to leave. Like, he wanted them to get off the plateau and away from the monsters and just leave the area and go as far away as possible. Where Jackie's mom wanted to actually, like, wage war, like, stand their ground, like, plant their feet and, like, wage war against the monsters. And so he sees her as, like, this sort of reckless warmonger, when in reality he's kind of a chicken, though she might also be a bit of a warmonger. Yeah, that's good enough. I think that's a good enough to settle that little plot beat. Actually, I don't even know. So the plateau shopkeeper was there, only knows vague details, but he does know that she became, let's see. I think that's okay. So yeah, maybe it's the Elder Inn on Crab Hill. Yeah, so she wanted to take back the quarry. The village splits apart. I mean, I guess he's not that old. He's like... I think he would have been like 5 or 6 years older than Jackie's mom. So by this point, he's like 55 or something. I'll just say mum. As, reckless, warmongering, hot-headed. Yeah, I think so. I think that's... And I had a cool idea for how Crab Mountain, or how the Crab Hill village is going to look, so I'll also work on that probably today. Well, there's only half an hour left of streaming, and I gotta wake up early for work, so I'm not going to go too long after stream. Well, I mean, I guess I could do it now. Ah, shit. I didn't save any, I don't have any checkpoints. Hang on. Are there any fountains near here? I think this is... Maybe there's some up ahead? I mean, I guess it doesn't matter much, but... I will have to go back to literally the start of the game if I die. Or save and reload. Whatever. Let's save and quit. Let's get... I'm gonna get the name of these chunks, so it's gonna be 13 and 12. Then let's go to Blender. I need a file open environment. No. This one. And I'll have to eventually split it into two, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do, I should have done this from the beginning. Append, environment. Why is it in, it should be in the right order instead of the wrong order. Say, I need, what was it, 12 and 13? So I think this guy, in the end, his village is going to be larger and more well, maybe larger. I don't know if necessarily more prosperous. What am I looking for? I should stop clicking idly and figure out what I'm trying to actually find. There we go. I chose the wrong thing. Oh wait, no I didn't. There we go. So yeah, you're gonna see some cool stuff because it's gonna be cube. And then curve. This will blow your mind when I get it. I swear I'll get it eventually. I wonder how you figure out that he has an inaccurate perception of her, or that this village elder, you know, is just a coward, so that's sort of filtering his perceptions. Oh, I'm in the wrong thing. No, I'm not. What? Array. Fit curve. There's literally a wall curve. Failed to set value. This is a curve. It's literally a curve. How can you fail to set the value there? Whatever. How did it set? Okay. Now I'm getting mad. Okay, let's see if I can eventually figure this out. So we have an array. Fit it to a curve. Fit it to the wall curve. Brilliant. Then we have a curve. And we fit the curve to the curve. Then we merge. So get ready for this. This is epic. it's going to be one huge village across the entire thing, and the wall is going to look like a crown. I said it before I did it because I know it's going to take me like 15 minutes to wrangle this dang thing. Yeah, and it'll have a humongous wall around it. So it'll be like, it's very clear that they have some sort of, you know, that they're unusually strong, or that they're unusually prosperous for people in this area. And then there'll be some sort of like deep, terrible secret that he's holding. And when you uncover the secret, it's like, oh, this guy's bad and a coward. That's why he didn't want to die in a hopeless war with the infinitely respawning death robot skull things. No, maybe it's just that. I think it's more nuanced than that. He's not necessarily a bad guy, he's just not... Or he just has a reason to look favorably upon his own actions and not favorably upon his mom's actions. Or Jackie's mom's actions. So yeah, it's not like they... My go-to theory was that they were using child slaves to build the walls, but that seems a bit harsh. The dude just doesn't want to die in a war. He's not, like, evil. You know, he just thinks that it's not going to be useful. And then, you know, I don't think Jackie actually is capable of solving this problem. I don't think the monsters come from the mountain, and I don't think climbing the mountain will beat them. Because I don't think, you know, because that just doesn't seem authentic. Also, this whole wall is just going to be in one of the chunks because I don't want to deal with... Well, maybe I'll deal with it. I might split it up into 2 meshes. And have them split between us so that way they can hypothetically load and unload. It might, you know, I think this is too much. I think it's going to be more like that. So that way there's a bit of landing area. Or, I don't know. A bit more fun zone to explore around if you get to the top without having access to the village. But yeah, basically, the Elder here thinks that Jackie's mom was a dumb warmongering brute who was too big for her britches. You know, some naive teenager hot off of killing a bunch of monsters who thinks that she can take out an infinite horde of them. And it turns out they couldn't. Though I guess, well, he thought everyone in the village up on the plateau was gonna die, and well, they've held their own at this far. So it's like he doesn't have an entirely, like, he's not entirely correct. In fact, maybe he thinks they're gone, like he hasn't even gone up to check. But that might be unrealistic, since it's like a 5-minute walk. I think I've just reiterated what I was saying here for the past, like, 20 minutes. You know, I was sad about not being able to stream this weekend, but I've realized it'll be good to, it'll be good to, like, I don't know, get out of this area. I'm tired of being just stuck in basically the same town for like a year. Well, I went to the Seattle area. I think I might have mentioned this. To look at new apartments, because my rent here was increased. And I was in the International District of Seattle. And there was parking, so I stopped at the parking because I wanted to walk places rather than drive everywhere in circles forever. And it said parking, $10 for like 2 hours, and I was like, that's not bad. That's okay for, like, you know, just some little local area. So then I went to the kiosk, and it said parking, $37, and I got in my car. And I drove back to where I am now, and I have not been to Seattle since. And if I can help it, I think it would be funny if I just never went back to Seattle again after that. Let's do 2 and x2. Yeah. And then maybe there's some little buildings here that'll look like crowns. It'll be like Let's draw a little concept art over this bad boy. Let's not do that one. But yeah, so basically I'm a gamer. I mean, I could make it more powerful, or like, maybe there's another ancient structure here, and it's like a cool little jewel thing. And that's why the walls aren't there, because this thing is there. What is this? It looks like an onion. I don't think that's a very strong design. But maybe it is. Maybe it's cool. Maybe it's like floral. Because we have the tree. Maybe this is some sort of like artificial flower. And it was just right here for some reason, and it makes it look like a little crown. It's a king crab. And yeah, so it's a big old rose. And then you can platform into it. It's a fun little it's a all ages adventure right in there. And maybe there's something cool here as well. Like there's a little, it spirals around this point. That seems fun. And you know what? This is going to be, I think, one of the few areas with multi-tiered settlements. So it'll be like, or like multi-tiered stonework. So he definitely is successful. Like, he's not an idiot, because he helped this village survive and thrive and prosper. But they lost the village at the quarry. So now I have to think like this. Like, the quarry village should be even more badass. Like, it should be like, let's actually get that then. As soon as oh, right. I keep leaving my tablet on there. Okay, so this will be Crab Village. I was also working on original characters for that Sonic fan game. I'll show those at some point, maybe. One of the drawings is just bad looking though, so I might erase that one first. Concept art, yeah, Crab Village. Okay, and that... I don't know what exactly that gives you in terms of, like, the broader thing, but I guess that does fill out, like, details of your mother. I don't know... I guess that's not really a main quest. This doesn't feel like a main quest. It's more just an excuse to... Yeah, I guess it's not really a plot. That's fine. That's fine with me. People just tell you things. Let's see where I respawn. I think it'll be all the way back at the start of the game. Yeah. I am just really proud of that little thing. I know it's just... I mean, people make a million chairs every day. But I made a chair, and that's cool because I'm better than everyone. Or I value the work that I do more than I value the work of any other people. You know? Let's see if I can get up here from jumping on his head. No. Oh. These do look a bit too much like shower curtains. I might figure out a way of just organically like graying them or dirtying them, but maybe not. Maybe it's... I think it's... Yeah, it'll probably just stay the way it is. I don't want to have to mix shaders together. That's not really something Godot supports well. And this time I'm going to go up to the left. Yeah, because I think... I want there to be a reason the player came back here. Maybe... You know what? In the village, in that Crab Hill village... There are other people who know your mother, who have different opinions of her. Some of them actually maintained contact with her after she moved to England, like she sent them letters or something. Or sent them gifts back. And they wonder if maybe she tried to climb to the top of the mountain because she believed that was where the creatures were coming from, or that maybe she went to the base of the mountain because she believed that's where the monsters were. I should figure out a way of, like, gatekeeping stuff. Or maybe just let the player get to the end without knowing anything. Yeah, I think it would be fine if the players, Ooh, just, almost flat black. Ooh, it's like purple. That's actually kind of... It's a nice color, but I don't like the green spots on it. Let's get a cute one. All my coats suck. This is terrible. I mean, this one's okay. But I have so many of these gradient coats, or I've seen so many. They're not special anymore, you know? Whatever, that's not the main thing. The main thing here is you're then directed, if you investigate around, to the base of the mountain, because that's where there's some sort of facility there where the monsters come out of. And Jackie's mother, or they think if Jackie's mother came back here and died, that she probably died there. Like, that's just... Like, because she wanted to destroy the monsters. Wait, I'm still not sure if I actually want the mystery. Yeah, I just remembered. I'm not sure if I actually want that to be the mystery that the player is solving, because it might be better if Jackie's mom just, like, died somewhere. Like, she just got, like, breast cancer or something and died. whatever, it's fine. It's fine to have a mystery, even if it's cliched. It's a lot easier to get up here than it used to be. That's okay. But I don't think Jackie's mom died at the base. That's just sort of a red herring. I mean, maybe it's a complete dead end. I don't know if I want just like a total dead end though. That would be interesting from like a meta perspective, but I don't think it'd be good storytelling because it would just drag the plot to a halt. And then you'd have to walk 5 minutes across the map to get back to where you were and figure out like what the video game actually wants you to do. And I should also think about like what happens if the player does this out of sequence. I think it'd be fine. I mean, I have 2 of these gradient coats because if there's a bug in the trading logic, so that'll be fine. I'll keep that. I'll let one of these be one of them. Also, I need more fountains down that route. Ooh, this one's cool. It's like camo. This one's bad. Also, I think it's way less likely the player's going to come this way, because just walking down the riverbed is so much more intuitive. So this will probably be... I should probably just have three capacitors along the riverbed, and then the rest of them are off the riverbed. So that way, when the player does the obvious thing of just walking down until there's, just walking in a straight line until there's nothing left to do, then they can turn around and be like, well, where else do I go? Because this is I thought this would be like the second place to go, but that's stupid. It's way less obvious. Especially this part. So I wonder what the player finds at the whatchabug, the base of the mountain. I think there'd be a cave system there, because that'd be cool. And then otherwise, yeah, I gotta take care of those seams. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, there's a cave system. Probably be that super death gnat that was there. I actually don't know if I can kill him now, because I could only kill him when I had like max damage up, everything else. But I also didn't have a gun then. So he's probably done so. Yeah, I'll take this one. It's not very good, but I can always trade it for someone else's. I'll put like a cool cave, like a cool, like obvious cave system. And then it'll, you know what would be really cool? If it interfaced with the cave system all the way over there and like there's just a subterranean network all across this whole area. That would be completely infeasible and like really hard to do because it would cross dozens of these tiles, and to maintain any sort of like sane performance, I would want to make sure that it's not like, well, for optimal performance, I would want to make sure that like each one is in the appropriate tile, but I could just map the whole, well, that would not be good to map all of those little networks to, well, I could just make them custom tiles even. Like, I could just make extra tiles. So yeah, basically like, because the tiles are 3D controlled, so like, if I have tiles that are like something that's under this one, for example, I can be on this one and it still won't load unless I'm close enough to it. Yeah, I could do that. Also, I think the shadows should be more blue. Hang on. I have decreed, by official decree and fiat. Let's go to our ambient light. Let's make it a little more blue. Let's see what that looks like. Feels a little teal to me, but what can you do other than change it until it looks right? You know what? Let's make it really blue. Let's just see what it looks like if I go totally blue. I mean, it's I'm divided. I'll play with this and see how it suits me, because it is more colorful, and that was what I was thinking. Like the shadows were just really gray, because the purple I think was neutralizing the blue, or yeah, something like that. Or teal, I think it was, yeah. Whatever was happening, it's not happening now, and something different is happening, and I don't know if I have to deduce, I have to go over it with a fine-tooth comb and some scientific analysis, figure out what I want. Maybe I'll make a poll on Twitter. I mean, nobody follows me on Twitter, so nobody's gonna respond, but this is super useful. The gun is super useful for taking these guys out, actually. Hyper killed. That dude's freaking dead. Man, the gem economy here is busted. Well, actually, no. I mean, I have... Like, the flags are 125 gems each, so I'm actually getting... Also, I should change the label from something... Or I need to add the proper little UI icons for these things. After I make them. But okay, so... In the crab village, your mom had some friends. They think if she came back she thought the monsters in the letters back home. And now I could even think, I could, dare I say, even make content for there. This is, Let's see if I can Control Z. I'm gonna, hang on. I need to do this real fast. Wait, oh, uh-oh. Okay, and then I'll change it to this one. And I'll do, Sorry, Tucker. Well. Oh. Oh, god damn it. Ah, man. Wait, no, this is actually isn't a big problem. This is great stream content, by the way. We have our fun little, whatever it is. Our video gaming content. Why is it more purple even though I switched the shadows to blue, is the question. I mean, I guess I switched them from a very dark purple to a very light, sceney blue. I don't think you're gonna get that, or I don't think most people are gonna get that. No. Let's just... Wow, that seems way more desaturated now. It doesn't even feel more natural, it just feels like, well... Let's see how it looks. This one feels more natural. This one feels more, fancy. I don't know. It's up for the ages. I think maybe a compromise solution. So now we have like... That's exactly the same as it was. Like it seems basically indistinguishable. Let's go really crazy. No. Let's change the sky contribution. Let's fudge with things until they look cool. I don't like that. I'll figure it out someday. One of these days. Is it even changing? I don't even know if it's changing. I probably should have, like, I don't know, kept track of what I was changing. Because, like, now it doesn't even seem like the same thing anymore. Like, because I'm trying to make it... Like, what if I do this? It might be a bit too blown out. I'll think on it. But that'll be the stream for today. I think I'll do some more brainstorming tomorrow, and a bit more writing and stuff like that. And just a bit more, roaming around, I guess. See you then. I think it'll be pretty cool.